I wanted to ask you because whenever we bring you in, you always have something on the go. You're always busy with something. You're tinkering with something. You're inventing something. What's on the table for you in these next couple months here as we eventually get rid of winter slowly?
Just doing a lot of speaking engagements at universities and colleges.
You did that tour of the Big Ten schools, I think, last time we talked.
Yeah, and doing speaking engagements on hip hop and education, leadership, and just life building. A lot of fun stuff like that. Getting ready for Full Court 21 Canada 2018.
There you go.
We have a new partner now with us, the National Basketball Players Association.
Nice, very nice.
Partners.
That's very big.
We're trying to build some other partners. They're going to do some great things with us. We had Jimmy Butler on with us in Montreal for the Montreal stop, and we're trying to get like an NBA player at each one of the stops
Per stop,
to talk about what it means to play basketball at that level. Like that's where you first start to learn about the game when you're playing against guys you don't know. And I think Isaiah Thomas brought this up on NBA TV the other day about how the compete level for some of these players is stuck in that's my buddy mode. Well, that's my friend mode, so I won't go with him as hard. But when you go to the court, and he says, I saw some of these guys who they're playing for money during the season to make sure they get their contracts, but I saw them play harder in summer league and pickup games than I do see them playing in the NBA games, and that's a problem, But I understand some of the root of that because the money's there now. When it wasn't there, and you had to compete for a job, and I actually talked about.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. That is a good point. That is a very good point.
There's a lot of money involved in this. I went to training camp in '93, and I'm like, I got to hustle because these guys are like, you're trying to take food off of my plate.
No, what camp are we talking about here?
This is San Antonio. I wrote a story about it.
Okay.
Again, because I'm doing press basketball and write my column, The Open Run, it was ode to the free agent. Right, so it's just like what do you do when you're trying to find a job and something you love doing, and how your love becomes your work, but it will never be your work because you love it so much, right? And just talking about that and my experiences in training camps and like how hard it was, and the guy that I was following, it sounds crazy enough, Dennis Keith Rodman.
Oh yes,
his work ethic.
You know everyone's middle name too. Do you notice that?
As you should.
It is remarkable.
He doesn't know yours.
Yeah.
No,
Mustafa.
Wait,
Mustafa.
No. I thought it was Hassan, but I stopped. All right, what is the first letter of your middle name?
J.
Mine's J too.
And it's the same?
Yeah, no.
And yours is J as well?
Is it
Roast
really?
beef.
That's Tommy roast beef over there. Hey, roast beef. Give it back. Didn't I tell you to take it back? De Niro and Goodfellas. But I love that car. My wife, she loves that car. Anyway, Jason, James.
You're very close on mine.
Not close on mine.
Yeah, you're very close on mine because that was in my.
My J is very biblical.
Jacob.
Close. What's the other big J?
Wow.
Jalen.
Yes.
And whose Bible?
You got it.
And whose Bible? It could happen. Jeremiah?
No, you're in the realm. You're in the realm. Mary and
Joseph.
You got it.
Wow.
Okay.
See, I didn't even know that.
I ran my biblical studies right here. That was one thing. I used to read the Bible on the stoop of my house when my parents left me at home to watch my brothers and sisters.
Okay, now you're just afraid. Now you're just showing.
I was afraid. No,
now you're just showing.
I used to read it because I was afraid. I thought the Bible would save me. I'm like, nah, it ain't gonna save me.
Okay, we're gonna run short on time. This happens every time he comes in here. We just run out of time, and I hate it.
What is your middle name?
John.
John. Okay.
John.
So I'm gonna remember Joseph and John.
Oh, I know you will. I know you will.
He doesn't forget.
Yeah, because my wife goes, someone looking for Michael John. Oh. Yeah, it's either the cops or Will.
It's
I'm praying it's Will.
It's gonna cost you.